Hi everybody, we are here with our fourth episode of our Woof It Up with Louise video series. If anyone hasn't seen this in the past, this is where we answer questions submitted by everyone through our Facebook page or Instagram page. It can be questions about paws and what we do here. It can be questions about Maeve and Mitzi. It can be pretty much questions on anything. So if you have any questions, submit them and we'll address them in future videos. This week's questions are, the first one is, do you remove my dog's collar and replace it with a purple paws one? Why is that? We do actually remove all collars and harnesses on dogs when they come in, and we put on quick release collars. The reason for that is some dogs have collars that have buckles on them. Some dogs have collars that have multiple medals hanging on them with their ID, their contact information. And during play, if a dog's paw got caught in a collar or a tooth got caught in those medals, they could get injured if we weren't able to get them out of that collar quick enough. So the quick release collars gives us the ability to get the dogs out of the collars in a hurry so that nobody gets injured. So it's kind of a safety precaution just in case. All right, our next question is, did you have dogs growing up? I did. I've always had dogs. When we lived in Ireland, we had a German Shepherd Irish Wolfhound mix called Attila. I was about 2 or 3. He got hit by a car and passed away when I was very young, so I don't remember too much about him. I remember my mom and dad telling me that I was hysterical, I wouldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, so my dad had to rush out and get another dog for us. And he got another German Shepherd mix, and we called him Attila II. And he was the best dog. He let me do anything to him. As a baby, I used to sit on the floor and pretend to put mascara on him, and he'd sit there. We'd put football jerseys on him, t-shirts, sunglasses. He just let us do anything. And then when we were emigrating, we couldn't bring him with us because he had a heart condition and he had to go through 90-day quarantine to come to the US, so we couldn't take him. So he lived with my granny for the last few years of his life. But he was the best dog ever. Alright, so I only covered 2 questions in this month's video because I wanted to talk a little bit about cold season. So it's a pretty bad cold season for humans. If you haven't gotten that bad cold that's going around, you either know someone who has it or know someone who's already suffered through it. And it's the very same for dogs. And it's passed the very same way for dogs as it is for humans. When kids go to school and they come home with a cold because a kid in their class had a cold, it's the same thing here. All the dogs drink out of the same water bowls, they're playing with the toys, they're nose to nose, they're playing with one another, so germs do spread quite easily. It is airborne. If your dog has any symptoms of a cold, please don't bring them to paws for day camp or to board. Symptoms like sniffing, runny eyes, runny nose, coughing, lethargic, anything like that, check with your vet before you bring them here to make sure they don't have a cold and then they don't spread it to the other dogs. We take a lot of extra precautionary steps this time of year. Our mop buckets and our water bowls, our drinking water bowls, are changed every 2 hours. And we put a product called Tossa K in all the drinking water for the dogs. It's a natural immune system booster that helps fight any germs that's going around, and we find it helps quite a bit. If your dog does have those symptoms, monitor them. Older dogs are a lot more susceptible to colds, as are puppies, because they have either weaker immune systems or their immune system hasn't developed fully yet. So they are a lot more susceptible to getting colds. Monitor their symptoms. A lot of times dogs get over it without any vet intervention, but sometimes you know, as the symptoms get worse, you'll have to take them to the vet and have them checked to make sure they don't need an antibiotic or a cough syrup. It's called a couple of different things. It's most commonly known as kennel cough because initially dogs didn't socialize the way they do today. They didn't go on play dates, they didn't go to the park to see their friends, they didn't come to doggy daycare and hang out with other dogs. The only time dogs used to be around other dogs is when they boarded at a kennel, so it became kennel cough. But you'll hear it called canine cough, you'll hear it called an upper respiratory infection. There's a few different names. So just make sure you're monitoring them this time of year. Incorporating an immune system booster into their lifestyle now is a good idea. Either something in their food, something in their water. You can get treats that can do it. It'll help them get through cold season a little easier and make them less susceptible to being sick. If you have any questions about canine cough or any symptoms at all, give me a call. I can answer any questions you might have the best that I can. Anything I can't answer for you, you can call Beach City Animal Hospital. That's our vet of choice. That's who treats Maeve and Mitzi all the time, and they'd be more than happy to answer any questions for you. Also, Dr. Bichet is our vet over there. We love him dearly, and he's absolutely great. He'll answer any questions you guys might have. That's all we have time for this week. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments for us, submit them and we'll answer your questions in our next video. And thanks for tuning in. Bye now.